I already know what's going on. You're commenting, "But I thought you were done with Fortnite." I was. I was done with Fortnite. Congratulations. Thank you for letting me know. The only two reasons that I came back to this game were that, number one, they have the cross-play feature for PlayStation 4 users, and I wanted to play with some friends on PC and Xbox. I also filmed a collaboration. And number two, there is nothing to play. Nothing at all is interesting me at the moment. There are no games coming out for another couple weeks. I already beat Spider-Man into oblivion. I almost have that game 100%. Madden 19 is pretty much garbage. 2K19, that's pretty decent, but I don't want to play a sports game 100% of the time. CSGO has me completely ready to kill myself, and I'm done, okay? I needed something to play. Fortnite seems to be the only option at this point for at least another, 10 days. So yes, Optimus came back to Fortnite, and I tried out all the new shit going on. I explored the map a little bit, I played with friends, and I just went back at it with, hopefully, as much of an open mind as I could. I gathered my thoughts on it, and overall, I think I'm ready to finally tell you guys, what do you think of Fortnite Season 6? I'm ready to answer your question, okay? Building, okay? This was a huge issue for me. When building was, I'd say, at its peak, the game was borderline unplayable, not because I can't build, but because Fortnite went from a game that was some gunplay, then some building, to almost all building, gunplay for like 3 seconds. I was tired of every time you shot somebody once, they built a fucking 5-story apartment complex in the middle of Fatal Fields. You would try to build up to them, they thought they were ninja, they built up another 10 stories, they jumped down on a couple platforms, and shotgunned you in the back. Of course, that player is probably better than me, but that's just what led me to quit. Now, it took me a little bit to relearn as I came back into this, because I haven't really tried to play this game in months, and the only time I've played it since pretty much July was either just to dick around in playground mode until I made my video about quitting Fortnite. That was the last time I really played the game. Then I missed out on the rest of Season 5, which I honestly think was the majority of Season 5 at that point, if not almost all of it, and then just a little bit of Season 6 I didn't play. Building in Season 6, at least from what I've played, the dozens or so matches that I've played with my friends, and even in solos or in duos, it seems like, thankfully, people aren't so reliant on building to be good at this game anymore. I mean, there's still, of course, people who are going to build the 5-story apartment complex, and of course, this might still just be what everyone does, but from what I've played thus far, I'm playing people who will build just some. People seem to be learning how to actually rush again and, actually play without having to build all the way up into the air again. I don't know if C4 and RPGs kind of just destroyed everyone's hopes and dreams of doing that until, of course, the C4 was vaulted. Rest in peace, our king. But people, they build more strategically, and they build with actual skill now, and they actually rely on their gunplay and their gun skills a lot more, which I love. I'm glad that in a game, of course, I'm not the best builder in the world at. I'm glad that I at least have a shot more, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to hope and dream that just one player in the game doesn't know how to build, because people have finally gotten to that point where I think maybe just building a high-rise tower every time you get shot at and then just sitting there until the end is boring, you know what I'm saying? I think people are actually learning how to play outside of their materials. When it comes down to the weapons, I have kind of learned a little bit now. I think this is the first time I've ever used the suppressed assault rifle, which I love. The worst part about the guns is still the bloom. I just cannot stand the bloom in this game. I understand the point of having bloom, and I understand that Fortnite is an RNG game, but come on, does the bloom have to be so extreme with almost every gun that accurate players are punished? I hear people all the time, I don't have any problems, I'm just really accurate, get your aim up. They almost ignore the fact that bloom is in the game, and it's like Call of Duty, you just shoot straight, so it's just all up to your aim. Of course, if you're shooting 18 feet above their head, you're probably not going to hit them unless the bullet drop off the sniper drops somebody. But even, if you're using an assault rifle or an SMG, I think the bloom is just ridiculously high. I can't see in any scenario where if I'm fighting in a gunfight, and I'm crouched even, a player at that distance apparently can just hit 5 shots out of 17. That's ridiculous, you know? They need to just lower the spread of the bullets, and they need to actually reward accuracy. I'm not saying you should shoot straight, but come on, it's not even down to this whole, we gotta prevent people from shooting straight and killing, you know? It just shouldn't be like that. That's one thing that I think Blackout blows Fortnite right out of the water with, okay? Because while Blackout definitely has RNG elements, you know, you might get a pistol, someone else gets a competition GKS, when it comes down to the gunfights, I always know that it's almost 100% of the time skill-based. Your aim matters, learning the bullet drop and everything matters, which of course it does in Fortnite too, but in Blackout, the battles just feel more satisfying because I at least know that if I aim at somebody's back and I'm shooting them with an assault rifle, unless I just stop shooting them or I knock my cursor or whatever, you want your crosshairs off the player, you're hitting those shots. Unless there's just some sort of issue with the netcode or something, Fortnite isn't that way. You can be shooting somebody in the back, miss 3 shots around them, and it not even really be your fault. I'm glad that it seems like they're trying to change the spray and pray meta. I noticed a lot when I played a few months ago. Everybody was just using SMGs. They were melting through everything you built, which I think was them trying to react to the whole building craze. And maybe even that kind of killed building for people, because I remember I would just put up a couple walls or something and they'd just be melted through by the submachine guns. They vaulted the LMG, the suppressed submachine gun, the C4, and I can't remember what else. I think it was the bouncers, something like that. Impulse grenades, that's what it was. Not bouncers. I think those are still around. Anyway, the LMG I felt like was at its peak, definitely a bit overpowered. The suppressed SMG was like an assault rifle there for a while. The C4 borderline broke the game for a long time. So I was glad to see those things go. I'm not a huge fan of the new shadow grenade. I don't know what they call them. I actually haven't played with them. They've been disabled as I came back to the game. But the shadow grenades, as I'll call them, which basically turn you invisible for a while. You can kind of walk around. You're still a bit noticeable because of your footsteps. And you can't attack, thankfully, while you're in this mode. But honestly, I would much rather have the impulse grenades than these shadow grenades, whatever you want to call them. That's just a personal preference. I think that these are better. I am glad to see they have these shockwave bombs and things. They kind of replace impulse grenades because I usually used these impulse grenades to kind of vault up into somebody's structure or try and get away from the storm. You can kind of use these to do that too. It's easier to use it for a whole team. I've noticed that because, well... I blew all my friends back into the storm and saved myself, but I didn't mean to do that anyways. I guess I don't mind a lot of those changes. The spray and pray meta seems like it's pretty much over with from what I've played, or at least dumbed it down to a point where you don't have to worry about it as much. I'm not a fan of the map changes. I think these are really stupid. The idea of Loot Lakes Island floating, I think, is just stupid. I did enjoy they added the cornrows to Fatal Fields. It's almost like it was in Blackout, where you can just kind of walk through them. You can also harvest them for materials. I think that was also a cool idea. I do enjoy that. I enjoy the new Halloween themes around the map, like in Retail Row, the stores have decorations and stuff out. I like that. I enjoy the crossplay. I've played with Xbox, PC, and PS4 in a party. It runs pretty smoothly most of the time. I do notice sometimes that I can't chat while we're in party chat. Like, it kind of mutes everybody but myself, and I can't hear them, but it usually fixes itself. So, am I back permanently to Fortnite? I know I wasn't supposed to even return, but I also didn't really expect myself to be in this situation where there's literally almost nothing to play for half the month, I don't think that I'll be permanently returning to Fortnite, no. While this season is gameplay-wise a lot, I would say, better than Season 5 because they killed the meta that I hated. The building seems like it's actually better, and overall I've just enjoyed the game more so far this season than I did last one. Honestly, the Battle Pass is weak, but will I be permanently returning? Probably not. Am I quitting for good again? I don't know about that, but I won't be buying battle passes, it seems. I don't think I'll ever buy another emote or anything. I just don't envision myself playing the game enough anymore. This battle pass is garbage in my opinion as well. They've done horrible with the battle passes. I thought the Season 5 battle pass was really good when it came out, but looking back on it, it just wasn't good, except for a few things in there. This battle pass is just weak in my opinion when it comes to the skins. They're adding back the gold or the Skull Trooper, I'm pretty sure, and that kind of pisses me off because the whole idea of me having all those rare skins, that's the only one I don't have actually, I think. The idea of me having all these rare skins like the Power Cord, the Red Knight, things like that, was that it made the game unique for me because I'm one of however many people who have this awesome item that everybody wants. And then Fortnite sees money, and of course they bring all these items back. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm pretty sure they're bringing Skull Trooper back. I would be shocked if they decided not to. It's so sought after. People sell their accounts, and of course Epic doesn't make any money off of it, but people want that skin, they're gonna sell it again. It's pretty simple. I'm just, at a point where here in a couple weeks, I'll have Blackout and Call of Duty's multiplayer to play. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to come out. I'm going to think I'm a cowboy for a couple weeks. It's just, woohoo, I can't wait for that game. And then hopefully in November, those country roads can take me back home to where I goddamn belong in West Virginia. Hopefully Fallout 76 doesn't suck. Battlefield 5, if it makes some super huge improvements somehow, maybe I'll get into that game. But, I enjoy a lot of the gameplay so far in this season. Some of the updates and stuff that I've missed have changed the game in ways that I enjoy personally. However, I just don't see it being something that I'm just gonna jump on every single day again. I don't think Fortnite will ever have that kind of pull over me again, and it's fine if you guys like it and everything and you'll keep playing it for however long. The game isn't just perfect for me. I don't even think it's as good as it used to be still. I would say it's a little bit better than Season 5, but that's not much of an improvement, just enough to make me not want to quit the game forever again. So I'm not permanently coming back to the game. Maybe I'll play it every once in a while as kind of just a throwback thing, but I'll probably play it very intensely for the next, week and a half, 2 weeks, until all the games that I'm wanting to play start coming out, and then I'll just shift all my attention back away from it. So I guess that's just kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I tried to explain everything. The one thing I do think that I missed was this Disco Domination limited time mode coming up, which is pretty much like Domination in other games where they have these spots across the map you have to control by emoting at. I think this is a great idea, and I actually advocated for game modes like this a while back. I've talked about it on stream. I might even talked about it in a video, but instead of using emotes, why don't you just let us do it with actual gameplay? Maybe remove the building, that way it's a little bit, I would say, more streamlined, but then again, that's kind of the big thing about Fortnite is you can build. Just, I would say, limit the materials you can put, that way it doesn't ruin the game, because if you've ever played 50v50, it'll completely kill the game if everyone builds in one spot. I think that would be a better idea than just emoting. That's the one thing I did miss. That sounds like a cool idea, though. I might have to play that. But yeah, these are just kind of my thoughts. I rambled on a little bit about Fortnite Season 6. This season, I'd say, is worse when it comes to the Battle Pass and all the changes to the map and stuff, but overall, I mean, I enjoy the game, at least for right now. I guess maybe it's also because I'm fresh back to it, I don't really know. But I mean, I had fun, so I can't deny that. I didn't expect to come back to this game. I won't probably be around much longer, but I might stream it a few more times, maybe 2 or 3 more times before Blackout comes out, and all these other games come out I'm wanting to play. So, you know what, guys? Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you did understand it. I know most of you will either understand it or won't, so we'll see how that turns out. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new. Here in the next few weeks, I have a lot of videos planned. I haven't been uploading, like, regular videos recently, but, I mean, I'm going to be doing a review on Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I'll be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76, a video will be coming here soon on that, and then of course I'll play it when it comes out. All kinds of stuff coming up, guys. I mean, I think you guys are looking forward to some good videos. So anyways, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. Join the Discord down below. Buy some merch down below as well. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, boogie bombing the next couple weeks out, and signing out.